Hello my dudes and welcome back to All the Mods 9 to the Sky. So last episode we built some amazing turbines, and in fact, let's go upstairs and take a look at those. Hang on a sec if we can find them. Yeah, here we go. These massive bad boys, and they are amazing. Now we've done some tweaks around them and improved our reactor a little bit. I'll show you what I mean in a second, but they're off at the moment. Now, why are they off? Well, let me show you. So we've got a big old problem over here. Check this out. We have barrels and barrels and barrels that are almost completely full of nuclear waste. What we cannot let happen is for these to completely fill up, because then the nuclear waste will spill out and we'll have a disaster. We'll have nuclear toxic radiation all over our Mekanism lab, and that's the last place we want to be. Well, except dead. That kind of lands at chief number one spot of where you don't want to be, but radiated beyond help is a close second. Now you'll see we've trimmed up the pipes because, yeah, ultimate pressure tubes and basically all the ultimate pipes from Mekanism have an insane amount of capacity, and you don't actually need that many. In fact, you probably don't even need this many fission reactor ports. It's always best to be careful with these things to kind of go more than what you need, but for now, we've kind of trimmed this up to be one pipe that comes up over here and supports both turbines, and when we turn on the reactor now, this actually works and keeps both turbines running at a pretty cool rate. Speaking of the reactor, whoa! So we've had to add a whole bunch more kitchen sinks. These things are amazing, but even this many kitchen sinks aren't letting us reach maximum potential with our fission reactor. I'll turn it on for a second here because you'll see we've set it to now 65 MB per tick, which is nuts. In the beginning, we were at 2 MB per tick. Now we've gone up to 65. And yeah, we're still not losing fuel or coolant. So we can go way, way, way higher so long as we can get some more kitchen sinks. Anyway, let's watch the turbines spin. Oh yeah, I love watching these go. This is an insane amount of power. In fact, let's go and check on the power situation. Yeah, and the biggest battery to support the biggest reactor. It's nowhere near full, but look at this, it's filling up at a very healthy rate indeed. So what are we doing this episode, my friends? Well, we're going to go further down Mekanism Advanced. I don't know if it's on this page, but we're going to see if we can get the tech suit, the mecha suit, from Mekanism, and we're going to try and fix the problem that we have over here with these quests not being complete. So we made a chemical oxidizer, and that has completed. Now we have to observe uranium oxide inside a machine. Now I'm not quite sure why this broke before, why it won't let me complete, because we should have uranium oxide somewhere over here. I mean, there you go, that's uranium oxide. We've observed it in a machine. In fact, it's being made here, so we're observing it here as well. And there's a pipe, we're observing it there too. So I don't quite know why it's not letting us complete this quest. It's a bit of a puzzle, bit of an enigma. Oh man, yeah, look at all that yellow cake. Delicious. Don't eat this though. It's really bad for you. So because the quest is broken and we're stuck, I wonder if there's a creative way to complete problem quests. So I hate to do it, but I'm going to have to go in creative because we have done this quest. We have observed uranium oxide in a machine. Now, is there a way for us to auto-complete this quest? Now, there must be, right? How to creatively complete a quest. Editing mode. Here we go, enabled. Right, so we're going to click on uranium oxide and we can edit this. Ah, cool. So we can edit the quest's properties. And I think we can remove the one that asks for looking at uranium oxide. So rather than editing this quest, what we can actually do is go to uranium hexafluoride. If we edit the properties of this quest, we can go to dependencies. And its dependency is uranium oxide. So if we remove uranium oxide, accept that, Oh, it's changed the branch, but that's actually worked for us. Cool. So no longer is it dependent on having uranium oxide in the bag, but this is pretty cool. So this is a really potent and powerful quest manipulation tool, and I can imagine designing your own quests with your own icons and things is probably a lot of fun. So I encourage you to give it a try. Maybe make your own little mod pack. Wow, that'd be crazy. Anyway, there we go. Now we'll disable edit mode, go back into non-cheaty mode. There we go. Whew. And we avoided the temptation to cheat. Wow. Proud of us, guys. So, chemical infuser, got one of those. Boom, quest complete, mischief managed. And now we can go through and get up to date on where we are, because we really want these rewards. Look at this, basic induction cell. That's going to soup up our battery loads. Once we have an isotopic centrifuge, so build an isotopic centrifuge. We could dig up the one we have, but I don't want to mess up the settings on that, so we're just going to make one. Isotopic centrifuge, we'll put the pattern over in Mekanism, and we'll get the computer to make this because we are lazy. There we go, isotopic centrifuge being crafted. Let's watch it in action. Oh, no, it's already done, is it? Yeah, there it is, perfect, boom, now we can complete the quest. Oh, whoa, and yeah, look at this now. We've unlocked loads and loads and loads of quests. So, let's see what cool rewards we get. These are all going to come in super handy for our future Mekanism endeavors. So we got some ultimate cable, always good to have. We did the radioactive waste. And again, it's always important to read this, especially when you see red text, because red text means, oh no. And yeah, breaking any machine barrel pipe or anything that has any radioactive gas inside it will cause a radiation leak. And that includes the product of nuclear waste, like polonium or plutonium. So good to know. Speed upgrades are always useful, always helpful. We've made the industrial turbine. A quantum entangler porter. Ooh, I don't know what that is, but I want to find out what that is. A steel ingot. So obviously, it's, on the one hand, quantum entangler. On the other hand, steel. It's really a mixed bag in what you get with rewards. But that's cool. Whoa, elite energy cube? Well, it's not quite ultimate, but that's fine. And one atomic alloy. Wow, just what a joke. What a joke. And observer completed turbine. So we've done this, but maybe it wants us to do it again. Let's go and look at the turbine. I think the problem might be sometimes that, it wants you to make a basic turbine. It wants you to make the basic turbine that's in the quest. So if you're not looking at that one, then you're looking at the wrong one. And these, well, I think we've made, guys, I think this is the evidence that we've made a basic turbine. It's not really basic, but yeah. So again, we can kind of just jimmy this a little bit. Into creative mode, and let's see if there's a way for us to force complete this quest instead. So we'll go to editing mode. What I think we can do is just change the quest to be like, get a stick. So quest properties. We're going to add item, and we're going to say 1 oak log. Yeah, get an oak log. Cool. And can we remove this? Yeah, delete. Delete, observe completed turbine. Yeah, cool. Okay. Suddenly this quest got loads easier. Now we'll turn off edit mode, come out of creative, and let's go grab that log to complete the quest. Oh, tough quest this one. Yeah, there we go. Quest complete. Amazing. Amazing stuff. What kind of rewards are we going to get? Wow, it looks so weird to have a log at the end of there. But we fixed the problem. Ah, all that for lithium dust. But the XP's good. 250. Very good. And there we go. We're kind of up to date with the quests. We could do the uranium oxide one, but I don't really care what we get from this. What is a quantum entangler? Hold Shift N for a description. All right. A highly advanced block capable of transmitting any practical resource. What the hell? Across long distances and dimensions. So if we go to a different dimension, we can use this bad boy to move all of the power we're generating over to there. As long as we're chunk loaded, that could be really good. That's a really potent tool. Good to have in our belt. Remember that. Now, what are we doing with nuclear waste? Here we go. We've booted up the reactor, so we can click on that. Boom, we did all this. Hazmat suit was on. Water coolant was pumped out. Fissile fuel was pumped in. We got a port for the turbine and a port for the nuclear waste barrel. Boom, we hit activate and we adjusted the burn rate, so our nuclear reactor is good to go. Now it starts to talk about nuclear waste, and the path kind of splits. We're about plutonium and polonium. Polonium is used for fusion reactors, which is very cool, maybe where we want to go. And plutonium is used for the supercritical phase shifter. Now that is tech speak for I don't know what the hell that is. So yeah, I don't know what we're going to go for first. Maybe polonium. Polonium or plutonium, I don't know. Why does it feel like I have to say polonium with a Russian accent? Well, yeah. So here we go. Pumping nuclear waste into a solar neutron activator will give you polonium. Very simple. Run the polonium through a pressurized reaction chamber with some fluorite dust and you'll get polonium pellets. Okay, so is the polonium a gas? I suppose so. Now we're getting a lot of nuclear waste, so let's teach the crafter some of these recipes. That's good. Oh no, we need HDPE sheets. What the hell is that when it's at home? And that is in the enrichment chamber, HDPE pellets. HDPE pellets are... Oh my god. Where are we now? Oh, I thought this was about nuclear waste. Well, okay. So we want to get a solar neutron activator. We'll need this to do it. And we have to do it pretty quick because those nuclear barrels are filling up very quickly. Now, liquid ethylene. Where does that come from? Well, we can condensetrate ethylene, which is in a pressurized reaction chamber, hydrogen and water. That's very simple. That's really simple. Well, okay. We have a goal here. Oh, wait. Oh, no. We've run out of power. Oh, yeah. I thought this might be a problem. So our turbines lean out over our solar generators, and as you'd expect, they are now currently not making any power at all. So, you know what? Now that the battery's super souped up, maybe it's time to reconnect to our turbines over here. So we're just going to get some cable. And this is super easy, super cheeky. We can just go boom. And the computer's back. Yeah, those turbines are running, thankfully, for now. We'll work out a fix for these solar panels. I think they're going to have to go, to be honest. But yeah, we're back in power. Anyway, I think we're good to go. Let's go set these machines up downstairs where everything makes sense. Oh yeah, the basement. My favorite room in the house. So what's the process? Ethylene. We want to make ethylene. We need a pressurized reaction chamber with hydrogen and water. So the hydrogen is coming out over, where are we here? No worries, yeah. This is the hydrogen. So we got, where can we do this? We could probably do this between the oxygen and the hydrogen. We're running out of space again down here, crazy. But we'll put 2 of these down. There we go, and a kitchen sink in the middle, which we can craft. I think we can craft. Yeah, there we go, that should do. Kitchen sink in the middle. That's going to push water into these bad boys. Boom and boom. Plugged in, good to go. It's got hydrogen, it's got water. Now if it gets power, things should start to kick off. There's one. And there's 2. Now it needs one more thing. What was the other thing it needed? Ethylene. Oh yeah, it needed biofuel, didn't it? Makes sense. That's kind of like an integral part of ethylene. So biofuel. How are we going to get biofuel? I think we have to crush stuff. Crush. Oh, a use for our moss block. At last. That's amazing. And look at this ratio. 1 moss block, 5 biofuel. I don't think there's another thing that's as good. Well, maybe torch flowers, whatever they are. Yeah, 5 is a very excellent rate. So we're going to get a bit more complicated now. We're going to grab some cable. And we're going to grab a couple of exporters. There's one in here. And we can't tell it to craft another. So we'll just do one for now as a proof of concept and then do the other one later. So the exporter goes here. The cable hooks this up to the network. Hard to see, but there's the cable there. Man, it being so black makes it almost invisible. Plugged in. Now we need to tell the exporter to export biofuel. And this is where auto-crafting really is going to come into its own. We now finally have a use for our crusher over here that isn't really crushing anything, apart from osmium if we need it. So pattern grid, moss block is used in the crusher to make biofuel. That is a process recipe. Boom. put this behind the crusher. Step 1. Our system knows how to make biofuel. Step 2. We're going to use some of those devices that we talked about earlier, the upgrades. So we want to auto-craft ourselves 2 regulator upgrades. Easy. And then 2 crafting upgrades. Boom. And with these in our possession, we can now finish this little system setup. Let's go downstairs. So yeah, check it out. Now we can go over to the exporter, tell it that we want biofuel in here. Biofuel. Can we drag this? Oh, where is the biofuel? Is it biospace fuel? Yeah, there it is. Biospace fuel. Drag it over like that. Oh yeah, that works perfectly. Now, put the crafting upgrade and the regulator upgrade in here. And this should, yeah. So we're going to make sure it tells this thing to always have a stack in here. You want to aim for always having a stack in here. In fact, the regulator upgrade isn't needed because we probably should get this on the go anyway. But yeah, very simple. And we do the same thing over here once the exporter's in position. There we go, made some room for ourselves. So this should be ethylene that comes out of here, I think at least. Let me bring it over here because we might want to pipe out some more water. There we go. So this ethylene comes out here into a rotary condenser. Set it to output on the right one. Fluids. Wait, it's a gas. Is it a gas? Gases. Yep, that's it. The back output. Gases, back, output. Perfect. But we're also going to need, oh my god, we're running out of space here. We need to pull items out of the pressurized reaction chamber as well. So luckily there is another slot that we can use. It's underneath. It'll look a little bit ugly, but we can do this at least. So now we need another pressurized reaction chamber with liquid ethylene, oxygen, which is why it's lucky we got the oxygen here as well, and the substrate. So, I mean, yeah, we could literally put that right here. Yeah, this could really work, actually. This is a nice, neat, clean, self-contained setup. So, in goes oxygen. In goes liquid. We're looking for liquid ethylene. That's what we're looking for, right? Yeah, liquid ethylene. So we need that mechanical pipe coming over here like this. You are gonna, my friend, suck out of here. Boom, so we're almost there. We've got oxygen, we're getting liquid ethylene. This is all almost ready to rock. Now we need the final piece of the puzzle, which is gonna be logistical transporters to get the substrate. That's the final piece. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Now the substrate is coming through. Okay, so this is excellent. Now we have HDPE pellets being made, and these are used in an enrichment chamber. But what we can do now is pull the HDPE pellets into our computer system just using an importer. Man, I have no idea what we would have done if we did not upgrade our basement, because this is still, again, starting to look like pipe spaghetti. But that's fine, it's fine. We're getting what I think now we're getting, the HDPE pellets. Yeah, they're being sucked out into the computer. Boom, okay. We're almost ready to rock with the nuclear waste. So now we need to teach it the HDPE recipe. Enrichment chamber 3 becomes 1. Thank you very much. Put this into the enriching crafter. And I think we're going to be able to craft now, in theory, a solar neutron creator. Yeah, look at this. We've got all the bits. We can do this. Boom. Now we're going to need a few of these because we've got a lot of nuclear waste. So I reckon we'll tell it to make maybe 2 more? No, 3 more. Boom. Start the bus, my friend. And fantastic. Oh man, auto crafting. It just works. So there's 3 and the 4. Boom. Put this biofuel back in the computer along with this other junk that we don't need for now. So here we are, the solar neutron activator. Very good. Now the clue is in the name. This is a solar neutron reactor, which means it needs sun, which means, well, yeah, we're kind of stuck because I don't know of a way to get sun down to this floor. This is the floor that we're going to be doing all the solar stuff. However, no, actually, thinking about it, if we look around, yeah, there's some sunlight over here. Oh yeah, nice big amount of sunlight. So we can expand the platform over here, get some diorite out of the computer. This should be a good place for us to put the solar neutron activators. It's just these blocks that need the sun, so we should be okay. So, solar neutron activators, let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. So here we go, the solar neutron activator. This can accept a couple of chemicals. It can either accept, this can accept lithium and turn it into tritium. Interesting, and that's why it's important that we're making lots of lithium. Also, most importantly, nuclear waste becomes polonium. That's the one we want. So nuclear waste is, like I said, a gas. We've got to get it out of these barrels now. I think it can come out of barrels and into these activators as soon as possible. Let's see if we can instead set the barrels to pull now, because that might actually fix what we're trying to do here. Pull from the barrel, pull from the barrel, pull from the barrel, pull from the barrel. There we go. So these pipes are full of nuclear waste now, like chock-a-block. And there we go, we're actually making polonium. We're also making an insane amount of polonium. Wow, okay, so what do we do with the next step? We've got lots of polonium to use. How do we use polonium? Well, what does the quest say? Okay, so we've got polonium. Run the polonium through a pressurized reaction chamber with some fluorite dust, and you'll get polonium pellets. Okay, so another pressurized reaction chamber, we can do that. Got the recipe for it here, and we should only need one this time. I think we can probably keep up with just the one. So we're going to dig out this hole here, and we're going to put some power along this back wall. Is this power cable? Yeah, ultimate universal cable. Boom. This is hooked up to the network now. Good to go. So we want to put down a pressurized reaction chamber. In the back comes the power. Now we need to bring the polonium over. And we're going to be a bit cheeky here. We're going to smash some glass and bring it through here, because you don't want this pipe to touch anything else. You have to be very careful when piping around nuclear products, because you only get one chance to do it. Once you start breaking pipes, you start creating nuclear fallout, which is not what you want. I've seen the Fallout series. I don't want to become a ghoul. Do you guys want to become ghouls? Don't answer that. You probably do, you crazy, crazy deviants. Let me know in the comment section if you want to become a ghoul. Just say, I am ghoul. And I'll heart and like the comment. Yeah, sure, why not? Okay, so the polonium is going to come in the top, just like that. Very cool. What do you think, ghouls? Is this looking good so far? We also need something else. Right, fluorite dust. So, well, this is the computer cable. Amazing, man. It's so cool being so close to all of the storage cables. So out here with the computer cable, this comes around like this, and then we put an exporter. Bam, and we'll give this fluorite dust. Now what's amazing is, wait, fluorite dust? Oh, fluorite dust. Oh no, not fluorite, but dust. So now we have another thing to push through the crusher. Man, it really is a day for the crusher, isn't it? In the crusher, yeah, that looks like a good recipe to me. Teach this to our old pal, Crusherino. Hey, what's up, Mr. Crush? And we will need some of those upgrades as well. So we're gonna need a crafting upgrade. And maybe no, not really a regulator upgrade, because we just want to make sure this thing is full. So there we go, crafting upgrade. Just be cheeky here and fall through the floor. So that should be everything good to go. Look at this. Yeah, the pressurized reaction chamber. It's getting polonium. It's getting fluorite dust, but it's not actually making anything. Okay, do we have more problems? Water. Right, it needs water, of course. Well, no worries. Water is never an issue. So a kitchen sink, of course, everybody's favorite way of getting water anywhere. Put that there. Bring out the water. Oh yeah, I can hear it hum now. Oh yeah. This is amazing news. And oh, spent nuclear waste. Oh no. No, stop. Stop doing that. Stop doing what you're doing. What do we do with the nuclear waste? Can we pipe it back into the barrels? No, because this is nuclear waste, not spent. Can we put down some more barrels? Will that work? Oh, we gotta do something quick. Gotta do something quick, because this thing's filling up. Oh, and if it spills out, we're in trouble. Turn it off. Turn it off for now. Where's the power? Oh no, it's still got power. No, run out of power. Stop. Okay. Whew. No, remove the fluorite. No, remove the cable. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Very close. Almost had an overflow of nuclear waste. So the last thing we need is to put some spent nuclear waste somewhere. I'll tell you what, we'll have it floating on the outside over here. That sounds like a good idea to me. Got loads more diorite. Set myself to hover. And there we go, these barrels filling up with spent nuclear waste. But this is amazing. Now we're actually converting this nuclear waste into something we can use. Gravy, boys. Gravy. So polonium pellets, and these are used for some very exciting things indeed. Supercharged coils, vein mining unit, or QIO drive. Don't know what that is. Frostwalker unit. B conversion can turn one into a wasted radioactive B. Okay, interesting. Yeah, very cool. But what's really cool as well is if we keep going along, the mecha suit. Yes! So these, plus HDPE sheets, and oh no, netherite chest plates. What the dickens? That's really put a dampener on what I'm trying to do. So we've dealt with the nuclear waste this episode at least. So my guys, netherite. How do we get netherite? This is a good question actually. How do we get netherite? So we get ancient debris. Now, ancient debris, very exciting, is actually sievable. If we can get some crushed blackstone, we can actually get some ancient debris. That's going to unlock the netherite tier. So the question is, how do we get blackstone? Now, barrel fluid mixing. Here we go. Exdiorum, witch water, and lava, but the contents are consumed. We can plug back in this system now because, yeah, we fixed our problems. But yeah, this feels like it's where we're turning a page on the Skyblock. Man, we're actually getting polonium pellets at an insanely quick rate. This is really good. Usually polonium is actually very hard to gather, or at least it was in All the Mods 9. Maybe there's been some changes. But there we go, my dudes. This episode, we conquered nuclear waste. Radioactive. There were no spillages. None of us got sick. None of us are dying. And, thankfully, none of us have turned into ghouls. Like I said, if you do want to be a ghoul from Fallout, I mean, the guy in the Fallout series is pretty freaking cool. Let me know in the comment section and I will heart and like the comment because I'm crazy. Anyway, a massive thank you for watching this episode. Next episode, we're turning the page. We're going to be looking at Create. So I'm going to see if I can set up a really cool Create lab for us to get started with. What's exciting about Create is you can use bulk haunting to get things like soul sand and blackstone, essential for netherite. That's going to mean we can get the mecha suit, but also, wouldn't it be cool if we had a Create train going all the way around the Skyblock? Pretty exciting. We might also be able to find a way for us to turn our power over here, our raw nuclear power, into some kind of Create kinetic energy. That could be a way to kickstart ourselves into Create. Anyway, a massive thank you for watching, but until next time, my dudes, take care.